So right now we're on our way to go meet up with Street Medicine. That's part of San Mateo Health. So we're gonna go see some clients. Typically, we try to connect with clients that have a hard time going into an actual facility to get primary care done. So the street medicine team is able to provide that primary care until we can get them stabilized enough so they can go to a clinic here in San Mateo County. We're on our way to go see this client. He's been in and out of the hospital for the past few months. Nurse practitioners out with him right now. And we're also going to have a crisis team come out and talk to him to see how he's doing mentally. We're just trying to stabilize him out in the field and try to connect him to the proper resources.
Some of them opt out of services, some of them are open to services, but a lot of them aren't. For instance, we're dealing with a difficult client right now. He doesn't want many services, so that's where our street medicine team meets them on the street to support them as much as possible. Our nurse practitioner, Serena, is a lot of our clients' primary care on the streets, and that's what she's doing right now. She's supporting this guy with things that he needs, but he won't go to the hospital for.
If they're not interested, we continue showing up. It might be until like the 80th time that they're interested to get connected to services. So showing up every week or every bi-weekly, just providing them a snack pack or a hygiene kit, or just asking them, oh, how are you doing this week? It takes time. We can't expect homelessness to be solved within a day. It just takes time to connect clients to all these services. I think media paints pictures of people being unhoused who are typically like substance use and like severe mentally ill. Yes, we have those, but we also have people that they might have experienced an unforeseeable incident, such as maybe losing their job, a medical issue that led them to lose their job and eventually lose their housing.
What I think we should do for today. We could do our brief check-ins. I want to hear a little bit from everybody how things are going in your city that you've been focusing on, like how things went last week and what you've been working on. Sylvia.
I am super excited. So I had 2 clients that were placed in shelter, and it was really tricky because this gentleman was newly homeless. So vulnerability was considered pretty low, and I learned something, which I have a lot to learn. So he's very content. I checked in with him over the weekend. He's just, I'm getting my own bathroom, Sylvia. He's very happy. When I do this work, I get to utilize not only my professional skills that I've honed over many years, but I get to bring my whole self into this work. My experiences in the world, my experiences struggling as a female entrepreneur, my experiences struggling as a homeless person. That is why I'm here. I believe in this work because of my experiences. The system is less than perfect, but when it works really well. So I just wanted to share that. It's really exciting. Thank you.
Good, that's great. I'm really glad to hear that. Anybody else have a quick check-in, any updates from last week?
Last week, I learned about an intake that's going to happen this week, possibly for housing for an older gentleman too. And then one of my clients is moving in today too, into housing. So looking forward for that for him.
Hey, congratulations.
Those are all faith views. I've been working with LifeMoves for over 5 years. I've been working in social services with the homeless community for, I would say, over 20 years. And so I always approach social services as if I'm providing services to my own family. What we try to do is connect people to services such as shelter. We get them signed up so that they could wait for housing and other services. We try to see what they need out in the community. We know that shelter and housing is not easy to get into. We do multiple visits. We try to stay connected with people so that we can help them with whatever they need at the time. I think, aside from the feel-good part of the story, you have to remember to do the data entry, right? Because I want to make sure that all those stories turn into data. Good stories also make good data. You have to get what happens on your day-to-day job into the system, otherwise the county doesn't know that it's happening. But on that note, I think just continue to go out there to those areas and try to engage with them, build rapport, eventually it'll turn into something, right?
Can you tell me about the client that's being housed today?
Yeah, so he's been on house for the past 10 years, has some mental health and some complex health issues. We've been working towards this housing since November, so we can highlight that aspect of taking time to get someone into permanent housing.
I'm getting housing today. I don't know how it happened exactly, but it's a blessing. I know my biggest fear is that I would have to move and keep looking for someone to help me. But just go by and you got it done. I've worked with several people, handfuls of people. They always say they can help. They never can. He managed to do it. I've been on the street since I was 12. But I always had a job, you know. And Francisco and I, God bless him, we did not hit it off at first. And he went and did all this work anyway. Kept doing it, kept showing up. Very important you understand what I've been through, what I'm going through. It's very important you understand what he does, what people like him do. Because it's important work. These people live on the street like dogs. Dogs live better. Way better. You know, would you pay for your dog to have food, dinner at night? I don't get that. Ever. All day I won't get that much money. I mean, I don't get any money. I'm just saying, yeah, thank you. Please keep doing it.
What? My name is Serena Devrich. I'm a nurse practitioner with San Mateo County. I'm a public health employee, and I do street-based primary care for unhoused folks in the South San Francisco, San Bruno region. I love our LifeMove partners for so many different reasons, but I love the way that they support a continuity of care. When they get my patients to a specialty care appointment or check in with me through the week and just let me know that they've touched base with one of my patients, it means so much to me. And it just creates really powerful relationships for our unhoused folks in the community. They know that they can rely on our LifeMoves partners. They know when they see them and they see me that we're there to really do something special for them.
The warm part of the day is probably over.
These are your meds,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
and your food.
You going for the big sleep?
Are you able to put on your seatbelt?
Yeah.
Oh, take a minute then.
Yeah, I am. I am.
We're now going into housing.
Right. On the other side of it. I should have talked to you a little bit.
For more than 9 months, the LifeMoves team has worked with Alex to get him to this moment. For more than 10 years, Alex has been battling the streets every day. Today, he will walk into his own room for the first time.
I mean, it's big. This is big in my life. I've been through some shit, man. All my life I've been through hell, high water, all kind of crap. This is also a big thing, though. This is a really big thing. I don't know how else to explain it.
We bought you a whole bunch of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Some pillows.
Fry pan, perfect. Soft pan. There we
This
go.
right here.
You guys.
Some cooking supplies.
Dinnerware set?
Huh?
A dinnerware set?
Yeah. So you can have friends over and then for your party.
No. Okay. You guys buy.
Little carts. We'll be following him for another 60 days.
Yeah.
30 days, depending. But in the process of doing that, we'll do warm handoffs with the staff on site who will do the case management for him on here.
Yeah.
Since this place is a permanent supportive housing, so we will do that warm handoff so care continues and it doesn't stop.
I love it. It's a tub, but I like being in a tub. That's still up in the air whether it's a dream or not, but I'm gonna treat it like a dream. See how that goes for me.
Yes. I'm happy for you. Okay.
Again, I wish I had words for this stuff. This is one of the biggest things that ever happened in my life, ever. I mean, it doesn't seem like it should be. Saying it out loud doesn't make sense to me to say it, but emotionally.
It brings me joy, but also it makes me feel good that I was able to help someone change their life around, even though when they doubted because of the system that's very difficult to navigate on their own. So having someone to advocate for you and also encourage you to make changes, I think that's what makes me want to continue working here.
The Life Moves teams will meet at another part of town called the Marsh. This has been a hot spot for the unhoused to congregate for a long time.
When the city or the county comes in and cleans up one side of the marsh, the clients will just migrate to another side of the marsh that they aren't cleaning up yet.
Yeah, that looks a lot different than the last time I was here.
Yes. So it took them maybe about 2 weeks to clean up this area. So this is the area that they migrated to. When they migrate, it doesn't take them but maybe 48 to 72 hours to come over and get comfortable. So this encampment has been here for maybe roughly 3 weeks. About 3 weeks. Once they moved from that side, they came to this side. Someone stays in there. We got a couple that lives here.
How long have you been here?
3 años.
3 años? What types of things, do you think people should know about the life here?
Bueno, mi forma de pensar es que a todos nos llega un mal momento, pues, y por ciertas cosas de la vida nos toca llegar a este lugar. Pero hay personas que se acostumbran o les da lo mismo, tal vez por la edad o no sé. Pero algo otros no, como en mi caso no, es solo por necesidad. Trabajar y buscar algunas soluciones, pues, o personas que le echen la mano a uno como con trabajo. Porque algunos sí, por lo menos a mí me gusta trabajar, pero a otros no, ya no les gusta trabajar y se acostumbran a estar aquí. Pues trabajando es la única solución. Pero mientras estoy aquí, yo siempre he tratado de hacer algo diferente, no para sobresalir, sino que para que vean que la gente que vive acá, en realidad no toda es mala, sino que la gente que viene que se lleve una imagen diferente. Por eso también me pongo a veces como a plantar árboles o cosas así para que se lleven una imagen de lo que piensan un poquito diferente.
So where are we going now?
On the other side. Yeah, so we have about like 20 to 30 regular clients that we see here. But there is encampments that pop up every day. We do outreach, we go around, we drive around, and then we get a lot of what we call rapid responses from city officials, code enforcement, and law enforcement that alert us when there's new encampments. So, I always tell the team, sometimes we may plant the seed for the next case manager to come along and do the work. Being consistent and showing up and offering that services, even if we continue to hear no. I think what's really effective and what's so special about the outreach team is we bring services to them, not having to go elsewhere and try to navigate something that they may not be familiar with.
Our motto here at Life Moves is meet the client where they're at. Meaning, hey, do you want this? No, I don't want it. Okay, we'll revisit this next week. We are in this area every single day. So a lot of the clients look forward to us coming in. We come in with snack packs. Most of them look forward to that. They look forward to the hygiene kits that we bring in. We have a lot of open arms. Daryl has been in this area for over a year, so he is familiar with all the clients in here.
Creo que no solo por vivir aquí no quiere decir que dejamos de ser gentes, porque nos ven como... Pero que uno viva aquí no quiere decir que no deje de ser uno gente, sino por necesidades que estamos aquí. Tener una casa, pues ya la hice, gracias a Dios. Tener un carro, pero por los sacrificios que me vine yo, pues ya no están. Que pueden a mi madre, mi abuelita y mi hija, falleció, ¿no? Teniendo un mes de estar aquí.
As an outreach worker, our job is to literally go into the community. We go out and look for the homeless people, literally, because sometimes they're hidden in places so that you can't see them, so that their home isn't disrupted. The first thing that we want to do is see if they want shelter. If they want shelter, we could get them connected to services and try to get them into shelter. We could try to get that within 24 to 48 hours. And, we have to build that rapport with them first. Come out through, they see our face often, every day. They know that we are here to help them. So it's easy to sit back behind a desk and hear about it. But when you actually come out and witness it and see it for yourself, we had a veteran come out one time. He was over our veteran program. This man came out with us, went into that homeless encampment, and we had a veteran that was in there. He went in, sat down with him, offered him some of his Starbucks, and just the view and the look around what you guys seen, he was in tears, literally. He was, but that was a veterans program that he worked with, and he got that veteran housed. So.
It builds trust and it makes us reliable. Seeing us out here in the field, seeing the presence of the homeless outreach team, we can build that community with clients and also community partners. And then having that success of being able to share we housed someone that was on the street, and getting them to through all the systemic steps that often clients take to get into permanent housing. Yeah, so I think that's what keeps me going, of trying to be that advocate for that individual, because they do have a voice, but sometimes they're not being heard. So I try to be that advocate and that voice for them.
Yes. Just the other day, one of our case managers got a call from a client that he worked with for a very long time and went into shelter, and he called them and said, I just want to let you know that I'm housed now, and thank you for supporting me in the fields and getting me into shelter. And I think that was a really amazing thing to see and hear that, clients are still getting support even when we're not really there.
I think it's easy to see someone that's living on the streets and not understand what's going on. I think it's easy to get frustrated when you see someone that lives on the streets in a tent and has a pile of, a lot of people would assume it's trash, but to them it's usually not. I think it's important that we continue to show up for these people on a daily basis. Most of these people don't have anybody in their lives, and they look forward to seeing people. We continue to check in with them. We continue to provide services even if they don't want the services.
The folks out here are medically fragile and living on the street for many years, as so many of my patients have lived. They've been out here 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It has huge impacts on their bodies and their health and their well-being. And so many of my folks are 40, 50 years old, living in bodies that are more like 70, 80-year-old bodies. It just takes a big toll. And so sometimes being that bridge between getting some of their health needs met and having those small wins for our patients helps get them engaged in other avenues as well, getting them into housing. We're out here providing our services, wound care, giving medications. They're also meeting with a LifeMoves staff member, and it's just a really great way to tie these two really important pieces together.
If we had more shelter and housing, they would be on the streets for a lot less time. ultimately that's the goal. Everybody just wants to have a safe place to be, whether that's shelter or housing, and we try to keep people safe in the meantime.
Many folks who have experienced homelessness have experienced significant trauma while out in the elements. Our team is incredibly skilled at meeting folks where they're at, approaching them with non-judgment, empathy, and support, and engaging with them as many times as it takes.
So many people are living outside, not because they want to, but because they have no other choice. And we bring dignity to those folks. We bring safety and security to those folks. And without us, they will deteriorate. We are working hard to prevent that. We're working hard to get people into safety and security. Your support will allow us to continue this work, to change lives for the better, and help our communities to be safe and prosperous, with all residents living in a safe and secure place.
Your donation today allows us to continue this work.
Outreach cannot do the work without your support.
We couldn't do this work without you.
We couldn't do this work without you.
Help us pursue bold possibilities.
And please give today.